In the previous lesson, we created a new company code using a template. The process is simple, but we also need to consider all the information that was copied from the template to the new company code, because it includes parameters, just addresses, just settings. And again, the system will just simply copy without any checking and just without any like human decision that needs to be done and executed. So now it is our responsibility to verify everything that was copied, and if necessary, change some values to adapt the new company code to our customers' requirements, of course. So well, for this, of course, we are in the customizing menu in the IMG. Actually, we are in the select activity pop-up, and now we will just select the second line here, the edit company code data, and let's just click choose. Now, well, as you can see, we have a list with multiple lines here, and actually, it's like every line is a company code, so we have more than 100 company codes. So, of course, we could just look for our company code scrolling down, but probably it will just take such a long time. So, the next option, the other option that we can just go for, is to click on the position push button. So, let's click on that one. And if you remember from the previous lesson, we just had a lot of like emphasis on what we call the ID, because again, just the ID for a company code and pretty much the ID for anything else in the SAP system is just the most important thing. We said that, for example, every time we need to have a customizing setting done, the system will just ask what is the ID of your company code. If we post a document, we need to enter that. If we have just and we want just to run an information system report, we need to specify that. So it's just again, like one of the most, if not the most important thing about the company code. So right now, this is what the system is asking. Is just saying, what is the ID of your company code? So let's enter the one that we created in the previous lesson and just click continue, because that will set up as the first line of the screen of this like table, the company code that we want just to double check and update if needed. So let's just select the line, and to get to the detail, we can use this push button that we have, the second one of the toolbar for this screen. So let's just click on that one. Of course, the ID, it's like the icon is just like a magnifying glass. And well, the first thing and that we just want to call your attention to is the company name, because as you can see, we have a default value here is just like AAGR00, but in the real world it will just be the company name of the original one, and that is obviously one of the first things that we need to change, just because it just doesn't even make sense. It's not even probably allowed by the law to have two company codes with the same company name. So well, for this scenario, let's just enter the new ID, the new company code name. And well, what you can also see here is that we have some other parameters such as the country, the currency, the language, and well, even the city. Most of the times, some of these settings we don't need to change them. For example, both of these company codes are actually in Germany, so we won't need to modify the country or the currency. We want also EN for English in the language, but this new company code, for example, it's set up in a different city, so we don't want this city. Let's just delete that one and let's enter Berlin, for example. So that is just another clear example of some things that definitely we need to change immediately, but some others that we can just keep the same. And now, after we have just done and finished that change, we want just to call your attention to the last icon of the toolbar, because as you can see, it's the details for the address. So let's just click on that one. And again, everything was copied from the original template. So let's update the data. We will, of course, we have another address, so we'll just update the address here. number, even the postal code, and well, the city. Of course, even the details for just the email, for example. And well, the language, we will just leave this as English, as we have been saying. So after we have just changed this data, we can just confirm and copy the data. And with this, we're back in the detail screen. Let's just save the changes. And once all this has been updated, we can just quit this screen. We can just go back. Actually, we want to quit the transaction, so we'll just click back again. And well, we are back again in the pop-up. As you can see now, both activities are now with the green check mark. That just means we have gone through them. So let's just to finish this, let's just close the pop-up. And we have finished everything here, or at least the first steps that are the most relevant to create a new company code. So with this, we just want to thank you as always, and just want to remind that you can write to 123learnsap@gmail.com for any doubts that you may have, any comments. Thank you.